Hello everyone, I'm Kristel and Celemin from the Batangas State University, Alangilan Campus, taking Bachelor of Science in Information Technology from the section 2105. So, the objectives of this activity are: Part 1, verify the default switch configuration. Part 2, configure a basic switch configuration. Then Part 3, configure an MOTD banner. Part 4, save configuration files to NVRAM. And the Part 5 is configure the S2. Then background. So, in this activity, you will perform basic switch configurations. You will secure access to the command line interface or the CLI and console ports using encrypted and plain text passwords. You will also learn how to configure messages for users logging into the switch. So, these banners are also used to warn unauthorized users that access is prohibited. So, Part 1. Verify the default switch configuration. So, step 1, verify privilege exec mode. You can access all switch commands from privilege exec mode. However, because many of the privilege commands configure operating parameters, privilege access should be password protected to prevent unauthorized use. So, the privilege exec command is set includes those commands contained in user exec mode as well as the configure command through which access to the remaining command modes are gained. So, click S1 or the switch 1 and then the CLI tab, press enter. So, enter privilege exec mode by entering the enable command. So, switch then enable. So, we will do the letter B. So, we will click the S1 or the switch 1, then the CLI, then enter. So, we will put the enable to go to privilege exec mode. So, we are now in the privilege exec mode. So, next thing that we will do is examine the current switch configuration. Enter the show running config command. So, we will have the command. So we will put the show running command. The show running config. Then here it says here then we show the running config. Then the next one is we will answer this following question. So the first one is answer how many fast Ethernet interfaces does the switch have? So it has 24 because it has 24 ports. So the next one is how many gigabit Ethernet interfaces does the switch have? So it has 2 gigabit. So what is the range of values shown for the VTY lines? So it has 0 to 15. So the next question is which command will display the current contents of non-volatile random access memory or the NVRAM. So the answer is the show startup config. So let's show startup config. So the next is, why does the switch respond with startup config is not present? Yeah, because there isn't one, so there's nothing. So there isn't one. So that's it. Then let's go to part 2. So create a basic switch configuration. Then step 1, assign a name to a switch. So to configure parameters on a switch, you may be required to move between various configuration modes. So notice how the prompt changes as you navigate through the switch. So we will do first is the configure terminal or the config T. Then we will change our host name to S1. Here. The config T or the configure terminal. Then we will change our host name, that is host name, then S1. Then we will notice that our host name became S1. So next that we will do is the secure access to the console line. So to secure access to the console line, access config line mode and set the console password to let me in. So the first thing that we will do is to configure terminal. Configure terminal. Or the config T. Config T. So next is so let's start with line console 0. So let's just follow what is in step 2. So line console and 0. Then password, we will change our password to let me in. So password let me in. Let me in. Next is login. Then exit. Again, exit again. Then we will answer the question. So, why is the login command required? So, to be able to log into the switch. So, it's like, to be able to log in to the switch. Then step 3, verify that console access is required. So exit privilege mode to verify that the console port password is in effect. So um, we will exit this one. Exit. And there, we can see the password that we set a while ago. So we will type the password, let me in. So it go back to user exec mode. So next that we will do is secure privilege mode access. Set the enable password to Cisco. This password protects access to privilege mode. So the 0 is a 0, not a capital 0. This password is, so we will type enable. Then config T, or the configure terminal. Then enable password. So it's C, then 1, then the $sign, and then the C again, and then 0. So enter, then exit. Then step 5, so verify that privilege mode access is secure. Enter the exit command again to log out of the switch. So press enter and you will now ask for the password. So we will first exit. And the password. So we'll enter the password. So the enable. Then again the password. The last password that we set. So that is the Cisco. So let's try. And the first password, then enter the command to access privilege mode. Then enter the second password that we do. Then S1, show running config. So show running config. We can see here that our password is in plain text. So let's follow this. And step 6. So step 6 is configure an encrypted password to secure access to privilege mode. Set the enable secret password to it's a secret. So let's start to config T again. Config T, and then enable secret. It's a secret. Then we will exit. Then step 7, verify that the enable password is added to the configuration file. So A is enter the show running config again, command again to verify the new enable password is configured. So you can abbreviate show running config as show run. We will answer this question. What is displayed for the enable password? So it displayed the password let me in. it what is displayed for the enable password. So this is the let me in. So why is the enable password display different from what we configure? So because the first one, the first one has been deleted. So let's start with step 8. So encrypt the enable console password. So as you notice in step 7, the enable password encrypted, but the enable and console password were still in plain text. So we will now encrypt this plain text password using the service password encryption command. So that's config t. Config t, then service password password encryption, then exit. So we are now in the part 3, configure an MOTD banner. So configure a message of the day banner. So we will write the MOTD. So config t again. Config t, then banner MOTD. This is a secure system. Authorize access only. Then we will exit. Then we will answer the question, when will this banner be displayed? So then why should every switch have an MOTD banner? So to warn then save configuration files to NB RAM. So verify that the configuration is accurate using the show run command. So save the configuration. So we will write here then the copy running config to startup config. So this command is for the running config to be copied in the startup config. So then enter. So So what is the shortest abbreviated version of the copy running config startup? It is um, and so what is the shortest abbreviated version of the copy running config startup config command? So it is COPRU, and then that's it. So step 3, examine the startup configuration. Which command will display the contents of the NVRAM? So NVRAM, so it is the startup, show startup config, start config. So are all the changes that were entered recorded in the file? So it's a yes. Then part 5 is to configure S2. So you have completed the, now you will configure F2. If you cannot remember the commands, refer to the part 1 to 4 for instances. So just like what we do in the S1, we will do again to the S2. So we will name the device as S2, then password, let me in. So in the password will basically this is what we do in S1 is the same will also in S2. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on my next videos.